Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Ride Back. And I want to wish everyone a happy St. Patrick's Day weekend. I hope everyone stayed safe out there. I didn't do anything. That's because I went to go see Tomb Raider. So, what are my thoughts on Tomb Raider? Well, ultimately, it was, first of all, I got in there late because the damn traffic for this area, for where I live, it was just insane today. I mean, where I go to the movies is already crazy enough, but add in like all of the St. Patrick's Day weekend stuff, and it was just frigging madness even getting there, getting close to there. But okay, anyway, Tomb Raider. All right, it stars, let's see, Alicia Vikander, I believe is her name. She meets Daniel Wu and Walter Goggins, and gee, I don't know. This movie is, I mean, it's what I would want from Tomb Raider. I really enjoyed it. It's definitely based on the Crystal Dynamics, the Tomb Raider game that was released not too long ago. And that's a game that I really, really enjoyed. And it definitely feels like that. It's very adventure-driven, and nothing to take any away from Angelina Jolie, but I liked this version of Lara Croft better, or Lara, whatever her name is. But the movie very much is pretty much what you would expect. I mean, if you know anything about Tomb Raider, then guess what? You pretty much know this movie. That's not to say that there weren't some parts that I disliked. So let's talk about, should I go into spoilers? Let's talk about some things that I liked before I go into some dislikes. All right, so what did I like? I liked Walter Goggins. He was one of the guys from, I know him mostly from Django Unchained. But he, I thought, was a pretty middle-of-the-road villain. He was good, but you could tell that he wasn't very, he just wasn't as threatening as some other villains. I guess I don't know what to expect, but he wasn't very threatening. I enjoyed Alicia Vikander a lot. I did mention that she was a very good Lara Croft. But this was very much kind of like Lara Croft's beginning stages. Like if you were going to give her an origin story, this is what this was. The main problem with this this movie, though, are little tiny things about her character that kind of drive me crazy. The good parts about it being she is very intelligent, adventure-seeking, not overly badass, but I think that's a character choice they made for her. Like they're expecting to make more of these movies and that her character will develop further along as they make more of them. But I just looked at some reviews on it. You know, I didn't know about, I didn't know what the reviews were going to be, and it's pretty 50-50. And I guess that's kind of where I'm at as well. I'm like, I liked it, but didn't love it. Dang it! I feel like I'm trying to like justify it, justify why I even watched it. I'll just go ahead and talk about what I disliked about it. No. I got a little bit more on the like. All right, so I really liked that they stuck with the formula of what they did for the game. It was very much like you were playing the video game for Tomb Raider, and from the last couple of years, the most recent Tomb Raider games. There were situations that were very tense because in the games you are platforming or transversing a lot of areas that are dangerous, and sometimes stuff kind of falls apart. And they reflect that in the movie as well. And here's like there's one scene, and this isn't really a spoiler, but there's one scene where sorry, it was like on the side of the road there were just a lot of golf carts. So okay, that was random. There's one scene where she's like going down a river, like not in a boat, she's just kind of going through the river, and there's like an old plane, and she has to like hold onto the plane, and it starts to fall apart. And she's inside the plane, and she's trying to she's got some kind of restraints, like ropes, that's bound her hands together, so she's trying to cut them off. And as she's like cutting them loose, the plane is you can tell is starting to fall down the rest of this waterfall. And she at some point says, "Really? That's how it felt when you play the game." Whenever I play the game, it was like parts are just falling apart. And I'm like, really? Why does this keep happening to me? So I thought that was good that they kind of brought that in. It was very much Tomb Raider feeling. Then of course, some other parts of it that I enjoyed were the puzzle solving and traps and the ancient tombs. That's what I loved most about Tomb Raider. And it was more like during Angelina Jolie's the movies that she made, it felt more action to me. I know it's been a while since I've seen them, but I don't know. It just this felt more like Tomb Raider, and that's great. And I did enjoy the plot, which, to break it down very, very, without giving away too much, Laura's father is missing. She's been kind of doing her own thing for 7 years, trying to get over it, and she doesn't want to accept the fact that he's gone. So when she gets a piece of, she gets kind of a puzzle box from her father through their lawyer, because it was given to her after his death, or so. She discovers about his secret life, and she figures out okay, this is where he went last, and I'm going to try to track him down. I'm going to see if what happened, where was his final journey taking him, and that's where all the tombs come in and all of that other good stuff. So and it was really, I really liked the myth and legend behind what they were trying to uncover. Although I kind of saw what they were talking about early, I kind of saw it coming about what this treasure, if you want to call it that, is. But let me talk just a very, very bit about what I didn't like. And it really boils down to one simple thing, and this is Alicia Vikander. Now I know I said that I thought she did a good job, and overall she did. But there was one thing about her that annoyed the shit out of me, and that is she screams. She screams a lot in this movie. And yeah, I mean, you would scream too if you were in some of the situations she was in, whether it be falling from a collapsing plane, rolling down a mountain, getting stabbed in the stomach, having to sit on top of a skeleton, and being surprised by a henchman. All of these things happen in the movie. And every friggin' time, she screams. And it sounds so timid. It's not if you scream, sorry. If you scream, I think there are different levels of what a scream is. There's the scream queen, Jason Voorhees is behind me, that. And then there's the battle yell scream, and then the surprise scream that I'm not going to do again. But Laura, every time she screams, every friggin' time. It sounds like she is screaming like a timid little mouse. And it really annoyed me. She's supposed to be this tough survival badass, but whenever she screams, it just sucks all the oxygen right out of her character. Now, like I mentioned earlier, this was an origin story, so she's building up to that persona that she is going to eventually become. So maybe this was a character decision for them, and they had her scream like that on purpose, and then in the next movie, if there is one, she will not do that, or at least not scream like that. It was just so annoying to me, and I just didn't like the way she was screaming. I know that's a very nitpick, but when your whole character is based around something, doing something like that just kind of cuts the legs out from right under it. So that's what I, didn't like about Alicia Vikvander's character portrayal of Lara Croft. Outside of that, though, and that I know it's a nitpick, but I consider it a big one. The movie was pretty good. Maybe I'm saying it's good because I'm comparing it to Angelina Jolie's Tomb Raider, but very much the movie was pretty good. Would I recommend go seeing it in the theater? No, I don't think that's necessary, or at very least, don't watch it at like IMAX full price, just to be real. It's not worth a huge admission ticket. I would say check it out on a discount day if you can, or just wait for it to be released on Blu-ray or Netflix or Redbox or whatever any of those are. Yeah. But that is the quick down and dirty review, ride back episode for Tomb Raider. I'm almost at my destination, so until the next episode, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.
Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and please take a minute to like, comment, and subscribe for more super videos.